personally think this is where things really take off. You got the women's strawweight bout between Marina Rodriguez and Yan Xiaonan. And you think about both of them losing to one of my goats, Cookie Monster. I mean, the way Yan lost was fairly humbling, right? You have to tell yourself that Cookie Monster's earning her right to fight for that title more often than not. And Marina really has improved in a big way. And the big change for me was the Calvillo Carla fights. After that, you saw a huge improvement in her takedown defense and the way she fights on the feet. The fact that she's incorporated that defense to her game, she's able to exploit a lot more of the striking holes in her opponents. And you talk about headlining a couple cards, going 5 rounds. You can tell that that was her cup of tea. Not only is she able to learn her opponent's entries and to figure out the timing on some of these takedown attempts. Mackenzie Dern went 1 for 8. Michelle Watterson went 1 for 5. She really has started to learn how to avoid those, huge disadvantages for her because her striking is just so beautiful. In my opinion, her striking pound for pound is really climbing the charts in terms of women's MMA, and I think this is a great test for her. Jan's got pretty good striking as well. I do think Marina's is going to be better. She's a bit more creative. She's able to use a lot more combinations to find those holes. I mean, they both fire to about a 5-3 clip in terms of striking differential, so it's pretty even from a volume standpoint, but at the same time, I just think that the way Marina picks her shots, the way she's been learning the timing of those takedowns is pretty significant here because Yan, the way I see it is she could try to go for these big, powerful hooks and try to use some of the boxing that she's just shown off so much in her career, but I just think this is a different level of striker, and the big thing for her is can she take Marina down if things don't go well on the feet? If she can't, I think this is a tough fight for her. But at the same time, she's shown pretty good abilities in terms of changing levels if the striking's not going well. Also, if the striking's going well, just to kind of impose her will. I really think that was her claim to fame going into some of the bigger name fights. But in this case, it really comes down to if plan A doesn't work, what's your plan B? And I think for Marina, it really comes down to if she can avoid the takedowns. I do think she has an advantage on the feet. The speed's there, the combos are there. And for this to be only 3 rounds, I think for her to learn those entries on the takedowns and avoid the ground as much as possible and then get to her volume game as quickly as possible is her best bet. Whereas Jan's going to want to get in close, dirty boxing. I think avoid some kicking range. I think get to the body. Really look for those level changes. Get into the clinch. Get up against the fence. Just make it a real dirty fight. I think Yan can find a lot of success there. She can take a shot for sure. And that's where you really want to find her, getting the fight in terms of just the opportune areas for herself. I think that's just the best range, the best opportunities to change levels, keep it in terms of control time. All those, as they say, like backdoor areas to win a fight. I think that's where she can cover it because in terms of pure striking, it's going to be hard. So let's go with Marina as a -150. I really think in terms of just overall skills, she deserves a big, tip of the hat, if you will. So let's go Marina -150. Jan's coming off a pretty tough loss, so let's see what we got. Marina Rodriguez, -240, now sitting as high as a -265. I don't disagree with the line at all. This is a little shocking to me. I got to be honest. Yan +190, now into the 200s. I would not have expected that line to jump that high this quickly. It is what it is. Marina's that good. I guess the takedown defense in terms of this line is for real. And it comes down to can Yan either land some big shots or get the fight to the ground. So I think that's going to be one of the best female fights to look forward to just over the course of the year, what we've scheduled so far. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be really, really fun and probably the real area where things are going to get to a new level.